Hello. Happy Tuesday. I figured I would jump on here a little bit early to get some questions. So these are like almost the last 3 questions that I have of the whole entire list that I have that you all sent me. So if you have any topics or questions that you want me to address in our Tuesday lunch lessons every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Eastern time, let me know. Put them in the chat here, in the comments below, DM me, let me know what you would like covered, because after today, I have one more question and then I'm out. I mean, I guess I could look back, but yeah. And so let me know, give me your question. So today it is November 15th. And we're going to cover these 3 questions. Are they a narcissist? Hey, Nancy, are they a narcissist in every situation with everyone or just their mate? Good question. How to spot and avoid falling for their lies and manipulation before it's too late. And what are some clues that they give off early? Okay. These are really great questions. So again, let me know if you have any questions, put them in the chat, put them in the comments below, let me know. I really need to know what you need to know, because I could talk about this all day, every day. But I want to know what you want to know about. All right, so let's get into it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's start with question number 1. Are they a narcissist in every situation with everyone or just their mate? Everyone. Everyone. Now, you may notice that their narcissism is heightened. Hey, Tammy, it's heightened with the mate, with the partner, in a relationship. Yes, but a narcissist, they don't turn it off and on. They're just a narcissist all the time in every situation. They don't know how to yeah, exactly. They're bigger monsters in the relationships. Yeah. They don't know how to turn it off and on. And they don't know how to not be a narcissist. That's all they know how to be, because that's who they are. So to the answer to the question number 1, are they a narcissist in every situation and with everyone or just their mate? It is 100% everyone, but yes. The narcissism, the abuse is heightened in the relationship. Why? Because guess what, ladies and gents, we put up with it. We put up with it. That's why. Like I notice people, because remember, your energy is felt. People feel your energy. So if you, I'll use me as an example. I don't entertain narcissism anymore. If I meet somebody that's narcissistic, I don't entertain it anymore, because I'm way beyond that. Yeah. So, but there was a time in my life for a very long time when I did entertain it for many reasons. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was normal behavior, as crazy as that sounds to me now. I thought it was normal. So there's a lot of things that go with this. And I'm in an undershirt because I just did, because I'm freezing now. I'm like, why didn't I put a jacket on? I just did a TikTok video. It's pretty cool how it's coming out. It's I can't wait to share it with you guys. I did before the narcissist and after the narcissist. So this is after the narcissist, right? Red lipstick, bold, courageous. Boop. I'll share that video with you tomorrow. Great question, Nancy. And I'm going to save it I'm going to add it to my list. So I will answer that for you next week. Thank you for that, because I need more questions. Okay, so that's the answer to question number 1. Is everybody clear? Or do you need me to clarify it more? Yeah, it is familiar. Yeah. And it's comfortable. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly it. But when you're on the other side of it, it's like, why was I thinking that was normal? Well, why? Because I'll tackle that next week. I want to stay focused. All right. All right. Question number 2, how to spot and avoid falling for the lies, manipulation before it's too late. Well, it's kind of like what I just said. In order for you to spot and avoid falling for the lies, you have to heal from narcissistic abuse. Period. Flat. The end. There's no other way to get around it. There's no other way to go try to avoid it. You have to heal from the narcissistic abuse. That's how you spot and avoid falling for the lies and manipulation, to heal from what you've been through. Because when we skip the healing part, it's like flies to shit. You're going to attract them like that, because this is how life goes. Life gives us what we need to learn about. Earth, here on planet Earth, this is the hardest place to be. But your soul came here to learn about these things. And if I'm getting a little woo-woo on you, listen, this is the truth. So your soul came here to experience this. And you may be saying, why would I do that? Yeah, you did. This is it. And it's not like, oh, like a lot of people think, I'm being punished. Why is this happening to me? It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Because before you came into this physical body, you asked to learn about these things. Okay. And so look at that. I just got a payment. PayPal. Oh, thank you. You have to learn about these things. But here's the good news. Once you learn about these things, you no longer will repeat these things. They will no longer come into your life. It's just like in school. When you learned the basic math, 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. Once you learned it, you never had to relearn it again. Done. Next. What's the next thing I need to learn about? Right? So that's how you spot and avoid falling for the lies and manipulation before it's too late. You heal from narcissistic abuse, and that's how you never attract it again in your life in that way. Like I said, they're everywhere. You're always going to see them. But what I mean attract into your life is, I mean, like you have in the past, where you attract them into your life, you fall in love with them, you get into a relationship with them, whether that be a romantic relationship, a business partnership, a friendship, whatever. That's what I mean. Okay. Does that help? Does that help? Soul contracts. Yes, Isabella, soul contracts. I don't know if everybody knows about soul contracts, but then we asked for the narcissistic abuse. We needed to learn from it. It's a cold, hard fact, but it's true. And the sooner that you can see all of this for what it is, the sooner you will look at all of the past of the narcissist abuse as a story. That was a chapter in my life. That was a story in my life. Like when I look back at 22 freaking years, 22 years with my ex, having 2 kids with him, contracting STDs from him, all the lies, all the cheating, all the manipulation, all the trauma, all the drama, all the everything. I now look at that as that was a part of my life. That's a part of my story. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just a part of my story. I have no judgment around it anymore. And believe me, yes, there was lots of judgment around it. Yes, I blamed my ex. You did this. You cheated. You destroyed our family. You did drugs, blah, 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 blah. And now I just look and I go, yep, that happened. In fact, sometimes, like I was sharing with you all the other day, is when I'm being interviewed on podcasts and things, I mix my stories up. Because now it's been so long, I'm 10 years out of it. It's been so long now that, when was that? What hospital trip was that? What time was that when the police were, which time was that at the psych ward? like it blends, it starts to blend because it's a story. And if you read The Mastery of Love, like I've shared with you so many times before, he talks about this. He talks about your life being a story, being a dream. Your life is a dream in here. And it's true. This is why you forget people's names, things like that, because your life is a dream. And so now when I look back at my 22 years, I look at it like the dream I had. That's why I mix it up. I have to think now. I have to think, wait, which time was that? Which year was that? Yeah. All right. So does that help with how to spot and avoid falling for their lies and the manipulation before it's too late? If it is, I will move on to the next question, which is, what are some clues that you can give off early? Yes. Yes, Nancy, thank you. I believe I needed to go through this to wake up, to have a rebirth. Absolutely. 100% true. All right, last question. What are some clues that they give off early? I love this question. Everything they do is a clue. Everything they do. Listen, when you get to the other side of narcissistic abuse, when you get to the healing part, when you've completely healed, it's like, listen, they have a profile. You can look at somebody and go, giving off them vibes, Like, you know, sometimes I go to Starbucks here, close to where I live, and it's Starbucks parking lot. Behind it, there's a wing place. I don't know the name of it, some chain wing place. Well, I park there sometimes because that's more lunch and I'm there early in the morning and I can sit with my coffee and journal and all those things. And sometimes if I go a little bit late, like 11 o'clock, the crowd starts to come in. So I remember one time I was parked in the parking lot facing the wing place, and this Mercedes-Benz pulls up, okay? Pulls up in the handicapped parking spot in the front of the wing place. And a man gets out. Clearly, he's not handicapped because he's walking on two legs. No cane, no nothing. Young, probably 40s. And he looked like what I call a papi chulo. He had the suit and he sprayed the cologne. I shit you not. He sprayed the cologne as he got out of his car, and he's, you know, looking in the mirror, fixing his hair, and, you know, I call them papi chulos. And if you're from South Florida, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And he walks into the wing place, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, that is 100% a profile, a classic profile of narcissism, right? Because they're so consumed with their looks and how they smell and how they're presenting themselves and blah, 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 blah. So what are some clues that they give off early? Boom, that's a clue right there. Looking at themselves, entitlement. Why is he parking in a handicap spot when he's clearly not handicapped, right? Why wouldn't he be considerate and think of maybe somebody else who is really handicapped, that has a wheelchair, that needs this spot? Why wouldn't you park two parking spots over, right? Because he feels entitled. So the clues are everywhere. Once you, yes, exactly. You know, my ex-husband used to do that. I always would laugh. Ha, you're so funny. He would always look in the mirror because he was what Ray calls Stevie steroid. He's all, you know, muscular. He would look in the mirror and he would flex his muscle and seriously admire them. And then I was his audience, right? I was his, you're so funny. Yeah, they look in the mirror more than you do. That is a sign. It's totally a sign. Also, another sign is when they're flirty with the servers, or they're rude to the servers, right? Meaning not respectful to the servers. right? My ex used to always be flirty with the servers in front of me, in front of our children. Like, he didn't care. He was flirty. And if I called him out on it and said, why are you being so nice? I would say so nice to the server or whatever, then I'm jealous, I'm insecure, right? All those things. But you know what you know. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard. You're not crazy. So there is an example of gaslighting, right? I knew he was being flirty with the nurse, but when I called him out on it, he tried to say that I'm, right, pushes the blame on me. I'm the one who's insecure. I'm the one who's jealous. Gaslighting. So there's another sign. They're either rude or they're flirty with the servers, right? Entitlement's a huge one. Looking in the mirror is another one. There's, like I said, so many signs. There's so many clues that they give off early. Hoarding the conversation. Like if you're having a conversation with somebody and you're literally there. Like you can't even get a word in because they're just taking over the conversation. Let me tell you about my day and just going and going. Not once stopping and saying, so how was your day? What do you think about this? Right? Getting your opinion, thinking, passing it to you. It's your turn to talk, right? So those are some clues that they give off early. Love bombing is another one, is a sign that they give off, is a clue that they give off early. Too much too soon in the relationship, too much too soon, right? Let's get married, let's get engaged, let's move in quickly after you've started the relationship. Too much too soon, love bombing. That's another clue that they give off early. Let me think of some. I had one date who was our first date, and he said something like, I like you, I think I like you too much. And I was like, that's weird. I don't even know what that means. Another one was holding his hand, and he was like, look, your hand fits perfectly in mine. Gag me with a spoon. So like, trust your intuition, trust yourself when these men are saying things to you and you get this like, what? Like, shut up. That trust yourself that, and also trust yourself that, hey, this guy isn't for me. You don't have to justify to yourself why this guy isn't for you. You just know that he's just not for me, period. Flat, the end. The ego tries to go into all of the reasons, gotta have the reasons why. Yeah. I think the narcs that look at themselves in the mirror a lot, obsessed with their looks, are usually covert ones. Well, I know my ex had the overt and the covert tendencies. And in my opinion, and I always say I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I just know this through my own experience and healing from this in my own experience. The overt ones are the ones who are, think of overt as grandiose. Overt. Did you mean overt? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Totally. Agree. Totally. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Overt. Oh, overdo it. Overt is overdo it. Covert is under the carpet. That's how I, describe overt and covert. And my ex was totally overt. He was grandiose. He was over the top. He would go, we would go to birthday parties, being in Florida, it's always hot. If there was a picnic party, beach party, he would, with our kids, he would always be with tight shorts and no shirt. Like, you're at a kid's party. Could you imagine if You showed up to a kid's birthday party in like a bikini top covering your nipples and like covering your bottom tight, your ass hanging out. That's just inappropriate, right? In my eyes, anyway. It's a kid's birthday party. If you're at an adult beach party, go for it. You're with adults. Yeah. Covert is very underlined. It's very under the carpet, as I like to share. Yeah, I know. Crazy now. All right, so those are the 3 questions that are answered for you. Thank you, Nancy, for one more question for next week. I need more questions, you guys. I need more questions. What do you want to know about? Or I'll just like start all over again. We started this. Let me go to my Google Doc. We started this. Wow, in August. But the reason why I went through the questions so quickly is because I would take 3 questions at a time. So we started this in August, the end of August, and I would take 3 questions at a time. So we covered a lot in each one, right? Does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3. Let me highlight these suckers. This is me being organized. So I need more questions. What do you want to know about? And if you want me to go deeper, I will totally go deeper. Like, remember, I like to give you the answers to the questions that you can not Google, right? Like Google's not going to tell you what it is. Because I believe in dang it, giving you what you need, what it is that you really need. All right, so let me just highlight this, the dates. Oh, it's being a butthead. Okay, so if you are in a place where you are wanting to get to the other side of narcissistic abuse, you're like tired of the abuse that you've been through, you're ready to heal from it, and not only heal from it, but when you're ready to get into another relationship, a healthy relationship, one that is thriving, one that is with your best friend, one that you co-create a life with, like a fun, adventurous, calm life with, then let me know. I will leave my Jot form link here at the bottom, and that is an application that you can fill out to get a 30-minute complimentary call with me. I had a lot come through yesterday and today. It's kind of crazy good. Wait, sorry, not that one. I have 2 applications. This one. Here we go. Here you go, my loves. And Nancy, who is a therapist for several years, this is what a contribution you would be if you got back into therapy, to be a therapist and have clients to okay, great, thanks. I'll copy and paste that. To have clients, your clients, and share this information with them, because this is what's needed in the world. Narcissism is not going away. Yeah, you could do both. Narcissism is not going away. And right now, the reason why it's a buzzword, everybody's like, it's a buzzword, everybody's a narcissist. Yeah, because people are waking up to the toxic behavior. People are waking up to seeing the truth for what it is. That's why it's a buzzword. That's why people are overusing it. One, a lot of people don't realize we all have narcissistic traits in us. How could we not? We've all been raised by at least one. And again, there's nothing right or wrong about it, just is. And this is also why Nancy was saying earlier, it's familiar. It's familiar because we come from it. At least one of our parents was one. So and it's an energy, and it's a familiar energy. And this is why we connected. So think of like a little girl, a little boy, a child growing up, wanting attention from the one parent. Let's use this as an example. Two parents. One parent is the loving one, the stable one, the one who like takes care of the children in a healthy way. And the other one is the narcissist, where it's always about them. It's never about the children, right? It's only about the children when they want to show up as the hero. Look what I got, Johnny. And so as a child, think of the child growing up, wanting attention from that one parent, never being able to get attention from that one parent because that one parent is too self-absorbed with their own self and their own problems and their own drama and their own crap. So this child goes through their whole life craving this attention from this one parent, the narcissistic parent. Child grows up, gets into a relationship, and this is where the familiarity comes in, because they connect with that energy because this is what I've always wanted. This is the attention that I've always craved, this attention. And in the beginning of these narcissistic abusive relationships, you do get the attention. This is how they hook you in, bring you in, by being either charming and charismatic, or for the women, pulling the men in sexually. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Nancy says, I convinced myself that's all I would have, and that's all I was worth. Abusive, chaotic, and dramatic relationship. Yeah, totally. That's actually common, very normal, very common. All right, my loves, our time is running out. Again, send me your questions for the Tuesday lunch lessons. I'll see you next Tuesday. For my clients, I'll see you tonight on our Tuesday call. And if you want to get beyond this, the link to connect with me, the application is in the comments below. I love you so much. Have a great Tuesday.